In a moment, Margella got me feeling iconic.
It's week 15 of the 2029 season. And up next, it's a name everyone will recognize. Marvin Harrison Jr., who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. This should be a good one to watch on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, maybe 6 points too.
Katie York set to get this one started. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Fielded at the 14. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Williams. Finding Flowers. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Completed to Flowers. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. So they come on offense now, readying for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Call it 5 yards there. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They'll bring out the punter here. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He'll just call for a fair catch here, and what incredible field position for them after that kick. No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will take over with some excellent field position. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Walker now from the gun. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Staying with Walker. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Williams from the gun. Rolling left, behind some, and they take this in for the score. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Johnson with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. They go play action on 1st. He fires one deep down the middle. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. Pass play now. Got a man. Bowers has it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Now a run with Wright. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Right again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. He's going to throw this one. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, defenders today are top. Don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
The Cowboys and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. First down throw by Williams. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down from the red zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Johnson now on the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you can see that he's not only leading the NFL in passing yards, but if he keeps playing like he has this season, he should reach 5,000 yards in the immediate future. To throw here on first down. They'll try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over. Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. So it's 2nd down coming up. Running behind center with Wright. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
And this one does not go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 34. Complete here to Bowers. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And his guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This is taken in at the 13. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Williams to throw on first. Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow their early lead to 13. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll send their tight end right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 41. Wright running out of the gun. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. 21-7 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Here's the one back on the handoff.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Hits him on the out route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They get an even 10 on that play. The Cowboys disagreeing with the call on the field, and yep, the challenge has been made.
Is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Dumped off to his running back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Throwing from the gun. Touchdown! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hill now to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
He made taking away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same.
Oh, trying forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Airing it out to start this drive. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Now we're on the counter. And he's able to push forward to the 25. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down. Sending a receiver left. Back to the well again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Groupie sends it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Hill now to return it. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped there by Cedric Johnson. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
At the 39-yard line.
Running with Walker again. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They give up the gut to Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Working from the gun, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Caught by Flowers. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Williams from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And now they're left with 4th and short. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This ball's cut by Bowers. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll throw on 1st. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 2nd and 3 now. They're going play action. Catch made over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. from the red zone now. This throw is caught. He has the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys bring it back to even. On now is York to kick this one away. Hill now to return it. Juke the defender. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Completed to Flowers. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This is Walker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Williams. It is caught left side. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On the carry, it's Walker. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They bring their tight end left. 1st and goal. Here's Walker. Is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tape, and he's ready to send this flight. Johnson with a return here. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete here to Bowers. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. It sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give him a first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Gets it to him on the screen. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give him a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 28. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. He'll throw it yet again. Finds his back complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing it again here. Called in left side. And he drives this forward to the 6. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They'll throw it again. Has it down close. And in for the touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys tie this game up. Now is York to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We've hit halftime, all tied up thanks to that late touchdown. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Jordan Love, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown run in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. For them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing now from the gun. Complete over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They give it to him again. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or two short of that 25. All set up now for 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got Harrison. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 17. Completed to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Throwing from the gun. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know you smile when I start chuckling in these situations, Kate, because I can feel the steam coming out of that coordinator, that play caller's ears. The last thing he imagined, calling a run play and a goal to go, is to get knocked back that far.
And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys take the lead right away in half number 2. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now is York to kick this one away. Hill now to return it. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. He finds Johnson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Walker now from the gun. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up. And you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running is Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Williams from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Walker reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start the 2nd half with some needed points. Kenneth Walker, their touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys bring it back to even. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Taken in by Harrison. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 21-yard gain. And they'll have first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. A tight end in motion now. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing it again here. It is caught left side. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
This taken from the 12. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First down throw by Williams. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's complete right side. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Williams. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give now to Walker. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Staying with Walker. And he gets this forward to the 19. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll be first down, Dallas. Working inside the red zone. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Taken in by Tip Ryman. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Williams will look to throw. This throw is cupped. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't lightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Handoff running left, Walker. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on 1st and goal. Still 4 yards to go on 2nd. To throw is Williams. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Right up the gut. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Moving 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Jukes one defender. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys now lead by 10. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll run here on first down. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Running with Walker again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
He's got a man left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Williams to throw on first. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Here's Walker running right. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Out of the gun, here's Williams. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here comes their offense out again. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Putting a receiver in motion. They go play action on first. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. A big kick is no good. It's well to the left there. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a 2-score deficit, Kate.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give up the gut to Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Walker on 2nd. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 3rd and just 2 to go. Williams from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most, and we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 2. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll throw it again. Hits him on the in route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing it again here. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 17, he brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Still sticking with the passing game. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we got a 1st down here. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. He'll throw it yet again. And it's caught. Touchdown! These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys make it an 11-point ball game. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And they get it here and recover the onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Walker running to the right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll get this down to the 40. The defense takes its third and final timeout. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. On the carry, it's Walker. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A gain of 6, and that brings up an interesting 4th and short call.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.